Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to move on with the next race of the season. This time we're at Zandvoort in the Formula 4 Regional Series here. The FIA F4 Esports Regional Tour Europe is underway, and we're going to be driving this F4 car to its absolute limits here, starting off in P12. We are making way into the Tarzan corner for the first time. Just got to make sure we keep it clean here, and we're all fine. Eventually the hard racing will come anyways. Ooh, we almost get forced into the side, but luckily we're able to avoid it just now. A car ahead of us is spin. It's a tricky corner. We need to get around it by going through the sand, and unfortunately it's going to cost us quite a few positions and quite a bit of time as well here. Big incident ahead again. Somebody's lost. I think that was a rear bumper. It could have very well been front bumper or a wing, though I'm not entirely certain. But anyways, it's a massive chaotic start here, and in the end we settle for P12. Not really gaining that much, not really losing that much in the beginning here. It was quite unfortunate to see it go this way. We're 12 out of 16 for now. And obviously this track here is located in the Netherlands. It's a track that I've had the pleasure of visiting myself, and it's a wonderful track. And I can't wait to visit this one again in November for some historic racing. It's a very popular track, of course, hosting Formula 1, DTM, Fanatec GT World Challenge, you name it, all the good series that we do have in the Benelux as well. It's quite an interesting track as well, obviously being located in the dunes. You can really feel the wind out there usually. So let's see if this circuit has any secrets for Sven Matthijs here at the moment. It's P12. We're all good. We're all solid in. We haven't really seen that much of an improvement, or we haven't really seen so much of, falling off. So far we're all good, and as we make our way over to the main start, we are all good to go. We're in the slipstream as well. This is a good reminder that if you haven't watched these videos before, but if you like them, make sure to like and subscribe as well. It would be very much appreciated here. We look for a move down into the Tarzan corner, but we don't dare to do it. We're just going to try and play it safe. Now with this time a tricky strength of field as well.
You got a slow car on the left.
We have a iRating racing of 897 at the moment, and a safety rating of 2.38, unfortunately, which is quite low compared to our normal standards, so that's a shame. We've lost a bit over time, but we're really grinding out those races, so it's fun to see. And so far we're all good. It's all looking good from here on. We make our way down here, coming into the two right-handers. They're quite tricky to manage in terms of angling there. You usually try to not take them too wide. The other driver behind us goes off, and we're able to avoid him, so that's an easy position here gained. Up into P11 we'll go. But now with a huge gap to try and find the drivers ahead of us here. Malcolm Rayner's next up, but he's 8.4 seconds clear. It's quite a big change up here, and unfortunately we're not able to get closer immediately, unfortunately. And at the moment I am not entirely certain what the goal is going to be here for this race. Now obviously we're trying to just get a positive rating in, or at least gain a little bit of safety rating in the process here. So far it's been relatively clean. We haven't really got much contacts as it looks like right now. We're also one position up as to compared to where we started, so we're all good to go. Now this is the 5th week of season number 4 here in 2024. We're into the top 10 now as we get another overtake done, thanks to some drivers spitting in, and we're able to get ahead, which is quite nice. Now just no more movements from now at least, but that might change. Obviously we've got quite a lot still going on. As we're going at it, we're seeing quite a bit of an improvement already, obviously, now that we're finally getting into those faster laps here, which is good to see. As we keep at it here, we're so far so good. Obviously there's still plenty of time to try and get some more positions in there. More drivers pitting initially. It's interesting to see how that one's playing out at the moment. make our way through nicely here. No mistakes being made on our end here. We're once again running our similar livery, one that we have on the M4 GT4 as well. It's a lovely livery, I can't lie. It's one that I think looks very good. And now it's just a matter of improving everything we've got. And so far, we're all alright. I can't wait to see what the result of this race will be. I think there is some potential here. Obviously, this track is pretty well known to people. It's a track that is quite difficult to manage here with the braking points. It's got some very big banking into the corners too. Plus the wind usually strikes up here as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how we manage it. So far, I gotta say, all's looking good. As we make it through, we gotta make sure that we don't go wide. That's gonna cost us a little bit of time there. Well, Fournier is catching up to us here slowly. And now, as well, the yellow flag is out here. There's absolute chaos everywhere. We make it through, so we're all okay. And we're just looking to keep it going. And so far, so good. No big moments made as of yet, so doing what we're supposed to do. As we move in, once again, see we're still being chased as we make our way here through the final two corners. Corner 13 and 14, that is, of course. Now, a little bit of a fun trivia as well. This is actually a track that has been around for a long while now. It's a pretty popular track as well, obviously featuring some of the highest races. But what I do find most interesting is that they've decided to build it here quite close to the big cities, whereas usually circuits are anything but that. That's quite interesting to me. And as we're making our way through now, we finally get off to a good start. We're actually P6 now, thanks to all the chaos that has commenced. So we're moving up positions here, which is awesome to see. On the fast part to the circuit we go. We're all good for now.
Car right.
There's a little bit of a scent down the inside as well. We let him by. We don't want to be fighting too hard here. Obviously, we're trying to keep it fair and square, but now we are getting mixed up in a big battle we were once chasing to get to. And now we're anything but that at the moment. As we make it through, we're all good to go. 11.5 minutes on the clock here, and so far the position is looking quite okay at 7th position here. And the driver behind us is actually a driver that's on a different lap. That's Michael Gare. That's not a driver we're fighting here, but he is the driver closest to us.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2.2 seconds.
2.2 seconds here, we're losing.
There's an incident behind.
The driver behind us, unfortunately, as it stands right now.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is
Pulling away from the car behind is a good sign here, so the gap's getting bigger. So that's pretty awesome. Obviously not there to the front just yet here. The lap times that we're doing are quite okay. We're more consistent than the majority of the drivers, which is always good to see. At the moment, we're all good to go.
The leader just did a 34.712.
10 minutes left to go. So the improvements we're seeing here.
We are where we expected to be.
Now, we are where we expected to be is what being called on the lines here. Quite interesting to see how that one's panning out at the moment.
Left side, clear.
A bit of a fight there over towards the left side. There's some contacts happening as well now. We try and keep at it here whenever possible, of course.
Car on your left, clear.
Car on the left here, and this is getting real awkward now. No, he doesn't want to get by. That was one of the weirdest things that I've seen in a long while. But anyways, I guess it means we stay ahead now. Obviously, this lap time is now not going to be the fastest. That makes a fair bit of sense, I feel like. As we come in, we're going to be making ourselves out of there as soon as possible. In mere hopes of pushing up our position whenever possible. At the moment, we're all good. I mean, P7 would be a massive result, but obviously, we still have a driver behind us. That's Scott Page from Canada. He's been pushing us to the absolute limit. He seems quite comfortable on the track as well. He's doing similar lap times to us, and now he's fully in the slipstream too.
Right side, clear.
Now, right side being called clear. Was a little bit of an attempt there. Scott Page doesn't want to
Car right.
risk it all yet.
Hold your line.
Still trying to go side by side. Now he does make his way by, so we're going to move on to P8, unfortunately for us. Obviously, we are doing a little bit of a slower lap compared to our qualifying times, but the fastest lap in qualifying is roughly what our best lap has been so far, so that's good to see as well. We're getting those improvements in, which is awesome. So we're most definitely getting there now. Which I can only admire, you know, it's only good to see. We almost have to compensate a little bit more than planned, but gap behind now being called as well. It's quite scary, obviously. We keep going at it here. We're looking good for a personal best here as well, which is going to help us a fair amount, I feel like. Now, once again, the announcement, we're losing on the car in front, but that's all okay for now. It's no big deal. We're trying to drive our own race here, and then we'll see what happens. Once again, we're looking to improve on our laps here. Problem is now is that Scott Page has gone 2.5 seconds ahead of us, and Philip Bauer, the driver behind us, is 5.5, and it's really not getting any closer now, is it? But we keep doing our own thing here. We're just looking to get one out whenever possible. Just P8 would be nice, but we're hoping for a little bit more. Obviously, there's 16 drivers on the grid in total. At least that's what we started with. So making sure we stay ahead of half the pack is a good result, I feel like. As we keep at it here, we're going to the right. We're Hoping to get something out here. This time, once again, a massive round coming out there. So we're improving on them daily. Not really daily, I should honestly say. By a lap at this point. 5 minutes left. New fastest lap for us. It's going to be a 147.044. Not bad at all. And the drivers behind in the head are actually faster, but they're less consistent. And that's been the upside here for us the majority of the times, it feels like. Which is awesome to see. As we make our way through downhill again, we are running out of opportunities most likely to get something done. I mean, projected laps is 12 to 13, so we need to try and get a move on somehow. Kind of make sure we don't go too wide there. It's a common mistake. We managed, luckily. There, as we brake again, we're seeing the drivers ahead of us here. Hoping it would be good enough.
The car in P4
get something done.
the fastest lap.
Fastest lap for the driver in P4, but that's not really helping us at this point. And at the moment, it's looking like a bit of a dilemma here. Do you push extra hard in a desperate hope to get close by, or do you just accept that you're in this position as you are? I mean, the driver ahead of us is not even the driver we're facing at the moment, making it just incredibly tricky. Now, just on the absolute limit again here. Scott Page is ahead by roughly 5 seconds now. So we've got it all to play for. And at the moment, it's all looking quite okay. But we'll see where it brings us. After all, we are trying to race for improvement here. Not necessarily for the race win, but if we can, that would be absolutely amazing. Making our way through, we're catching up to the back marker now. That's Mathieu Fournier, driver we were facing very briefly. Now we're not anymore, so we're all good to go. A little bit of a slipstream perhaps we can get here as well, that would be quite nice. So far, looks like we're not able to overtake him just yet. But obviously time is going to run out eventually. And now this time, I must say, it's been a relatively clean race, it feels like, compared to what I'm used to sometimes, honestly. There we make a mistake. We're off, unfortunately, into the sand. And that is most definitely not helping us here.
Right side. The leader just did a
now, a lot of cars are gonna get closer to us here. One actually overtakes us too, as Richard Grunthal has just moved up. Fortunately for us.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 2.
Car behind closing now 2. Yeah, we're getting involved into the action again here with such little time left on the clock. It's not what we were hoping for at all, but it's the harsh reality we're now in.
About 5 laps of fuel.
Well, 5 laps of fuel, so that's all alright. Your heart rate obviously has gone down a little bit now as well. Interestingly enough, we have been going at it rather Nicely here. Now obviously time is going to run out here, so depending on where the leader is, it's going to be over relatively soon.
That means one more lap to go.
One more lap to go is the call being made here. So we're going at it, and then we'll see what comes. Now, well, one last chance to try and get closer, or at least convert our space as it is right now. We're in P9, so that's all alright. We've still got the driver in P8 ahead of us here. So maybe it will be good enough.
There's an incident ahead.
Incident ahead now, that's usually a good sign for us, and it's a driver going slowly. That's the driver we're supposed to be facing now too, so we're getting closer up here. The gap is still quite big, it's 0.8 seconds. Maybe a well-placed slipstream could be enough to make it work. As we keep going at it here. Unfortunately, it looks like it's too far gone here, but P9 wouldn't be that bad of a result.
The gap is 10 seconds.
10 seconds on the car behind, that's not the problem we're worried about though, but now it's gonna be important. Here we come across the line. P9 it is. It's a decent result here.
There's the flag.
It's not a win, it's not a podium, but it's stable.
Good job.
And considering he had
Good
such a
job.
tough lobby, I think we can be happy with the result here too. Now that is going to give us 40 points in total for getting P9. With 6 incident points, we're gaining a safety rating of 0.13. So we're going from 2.48 to 2.51. Our iRacing ratings actually improved here as well. It has gone up from 897 to 916. So it's quite nice to see how that's going for us at the moment here. So we're getting those improvements in. It's good to see. And 40 points in championship for this race. It's going to put us roughly at position 1000 for this race total. But with 238 championship points now, we've been very committed to this, and consistency is key. As we are now in P220 out of 8,619. And now as to what the incident was all about actually. It was just him trying to, being led by, but he didn't want to. And also, wanted to give a little bit of a shout out here. It is going to be Jose Luis Santana, who subscribed to our channel and has raced with us before, and therefore found our channel quite fun to see as well, that people are interacting with the videos. And that's also why I want to give a massive thank you to you guys. You guys have been awesome all the way. As we are going to come into the pits now, we're going to be enjoying this little bit of a slowdown here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And, well, I can only say one thing, and that is that I wish you guys a very pleasant rest of your day.
Right here.